So I'm going to give you guys, before I go home, a quick debrief about therapy. Therapy was amazing today. We talked about my ex and a lot of things that I was going through. She just told me I need to be single for a while. I need to really heal and work on Sherelle and love Sherelle and put myself first. And I agree. I feel like I've been in and out of relationships my whole life. I've never been single long enough to know who Sherelle is. And having that conversation with her just, made me feel good because she was talking to me about everything that was going on. And she said what my ex did was real messed up. He did some messed up things to me. And then she also, we talked about, how I told her I was scared to go in public because of seeing him. And she was like, even if you did see him, she was like, you would just look at him, you could walk the other way. And then she was like, or, if you saw him, what would you do? Nothing. She said, you just feel some feelings and you would go the other way. She was like, I wouldn't worry about it. She was like, but don't stop living your life because you're scared of seeing your ex in public. She said, 9 times out of 10, you probably won't see him. And if you do, she said, you just walk the other way or you ignore it or you act like you don't see him and you keep going. She was like, it's not the end of the world. You're going to be okay. She was just like, don't give him so much power over you. So when you sitting there thinking about him all day, when you sitting there thinking about wondering what he doing, who's he with, and you worrying about all this stuff, she said, you're giving him so much power over you. She said, don't give him that power. Don't think about him. Don't worry about him. She was like, live your life. She was like, what he did to you was totally messed up, but don't let that change you. She was like, and just focus on you and be by yourself and heal, do the work. She was like, you keep meeting these broken men. She was like, they're broken, you're broken. And she was like, in order for you to find the right man that's whole and that is almost healed, like, more healed, you have to break that cycle and sit by yourself and learn to be single. And I think she's exactly right. She was like, get off the dating apps, don't use them. She was like, because then you're still searching. She said, you're still out there searching because you're looking for something. She was like, you can't do that. So I took a lot from that. Okay, y'all, I am going to start living my life. I'm going to stop stressing so much about seeing my ex in public and go to places that I want to go. It was so many places that I want to go to, but I'm always scared I'm going to see him out in public. And my therapist is right. Even if I were to see him, which I doubt I will, because the whole time before I even met him, I never saw him a day in my life. Never. So before I even met him, I never saw him before. And I doubt we'll ever see each other again because we'll always be in different circles. And, I think that's the start to healing, just learning to stop giving him so much power over me and letting him go, letting the situation go and learning to focus on Sherelle and my daughter and the people that really value me and stop worrying so much about who, what he has going on. At the end of the day, who cares, that's her problem now. So I don't know.